Hello friends, welcome to part 6 of the video on elementary logic for first year BA LLB students from Mumbai University. This is as per the syllabus prescribed by Mumbai University on its website. In today's video, I am going to talk about three theories of truth from Western perspectives. The concept of truth has been a central subject in philosophy and logic. Western philosophical traditions have provided three primary theories of truth: the correspondence theory, the coherence theory, and the pragmatic theory. Each theory offers a unique perspective on what constitutes truth. Earlier videos we saw what truth was, what was validity. So validity is connected with the entire structure of the argument, whereas truth was more of connected with the premises or the statements which led to the inference or to the conclusion. First, correspondence theory of truth. Definition: the correspondence theory states that a proposition is true if it corresponds to a fact or reality. So what it means is, if we have a proposition, if we have a premise, we will consider it as true if there is some fact related with that proposition or there is some reality in that proposition. Truth is an alignment between statements, beliefs or propositions and the external world. So truth is nothing but a relationship between given statements or given propositions and the world or the truth or the reality. Example: the statement "the sky is blue" is true if in reality the sky is indeed blue. Key features: it relies on an objective reality, that is, correspondence theory relies on an objective reality. Correspondence theory truth is determined by the agreement between thought and external fact. Correspondence theories of truth depends upon the empirical evidence, which plays a significant role. How is it relevant in law? The correspondence theory is often used in courts to establish facts based on evidence. For instance, a statement is considered true if it aligns with the physical evidence or testimonies provided. So we have correspondence theory of truth. Basically, if any proposition corresponds to a fact or a reality, it is considered as correspondence theory. Correspondence means connects to a fact or a reality. Next, coherence theory of truth. Definition: the coherence theory argues that a proposition is true if it is logically consistent with a set of other propositions. So coherence theory basically connects different propositions and sees how they are connected with each other and whether they are consistent with each other. So the truth depends on the harmony and consistency of beliefs or statements within a system. So if premise 1 says something, premise 2 says something, and premise 3 says something, and they all have something in common, then it is a coherence theory of truth. Because there is a harmony, there is a consistency between the premise 1, 2 and 3. Example: in legal argument, a claim may be considered true if it aligns logically with other established laws or precedents. Key features: in coherence theory, truth is eternal to a system of beliefs or knowledge. Coherence theory requires consistency and lack of contradictions. Coherence theory emphasizes logical relationships rather than empirical evidence. How is it relevant in law? Coherence theories states that legal systems often apply the coherence theory when interpreting laws and precedents. A new law or argument must align with existing legal frameworks to be deemed valid or true in a legal sense. Third is the pragmatic theory of truth. The pragmatic theory of truth defines truth based on practical consequences and usefulness. A proposition is true if it works effectively or solves a problem in practice. Example: vaccine prevents disease is true because it produces desirable outcomes in practice. Now, why are we learning this? From this, whatever I've understood is that we are also very much interested in the premises or the propositions of an argument. And here we are trying to understand what is the truth value of those propositions, of those premises, and we have to understand what kind of truth values can exist. So we have three types of truth values. One is pragmatic theory, one is coherence theory, and the third is the correspondence theory of truth. So how do we justify the truth of premises? So we do that using these three theories. The pragmatic theory's key features include: truth is dynamic and context dependent. Pragmatic theory emphasizes practical outcomes over abstract definitions. And pragmatic theory links with philosophy of pragmatism, especially figures like William James and John Dewey. How is it relevant in law? The pragmatic theory is evident in the application of legal principles to achieve justice and solve disputes. Courts often prioritize practical consequences such as societal impact over theoretical consistencies. Okay, so we'll just revise this 1, 2 and 3, all three of them. What is correspondence theory in short? Basically, it says that the proposition should correspond to a fact. Proposition should correspond to a fact or reality is the correspondence theory. Coherence theory states that the set of other propositions must logically be consistent with the proposition of the previous statements or the previous propositions. Whereas in pragmatic theory, it states that the truth is based on the practical consequences and usefulness. So these are the three theories of truth. Now let us look at few question answers. Question 1. Define the correspondence theory of truth. What is a correspondence theory of truth? Provide an example. The correspondence theory of truth states that a proposition is true if it corresponds to a fact or reality. So you have to remember the key word here is a fact and reality or reality. Example, the statements water boils at 100 degree at sea level is true because it aligns with the observable reality. Question 2. Explain the coherence theory of truth. How is it applied in law? Answer. The coherence theory holds that a proposition is true if it is logically consistent with a system of beliefs. In law, it is applied when interpreting statutes and precedents, ensuring arguments align with the existing legal framework. This is more of like a deductive argument, a deductive reasoning. What is the pragmatic theory of truth? Provide a practical example. The pragmatic theory defines truth based on practical consequences. For example, the statement seat belts save lives is true because wearing seat belts reduces fatalities in car accidents. Question 4. Compare and contrast the correspondence and coherence theory of truth. Correspondence theory relies on agreement with objective reality and empirical evidence. Coherence theory depends on logical consistency within a system of beliefs, not on external reality. So, correspondence theory works with external realities, whereas coherence theory depends on the logical consistency within a system of beliefs. Similarly, both seek to establish criteria for what makes a proposition true. In fact, all three try or establish criteria of what makes a proposition true. Which theory of truth emphasizes practical outcomes? Why is it relevant in modern law? The pragmatic theory emphasizes practical outcomes. It is relevant in modern law because courts often consider the practical implication of their rulings on society. Now, let us once again recap all the three of them. So we have three theories: correspondence theory, coherence theory and pragmatic theory. What is the difference? Basically, it coherence theory, correspondence theory for pardon me, correspondence theory depends upon fact or reality. Okay, and coherence theory depends upon the logical consistency. So it is logical consistency. It does not depend upon truth or reality, but how consistent the evidence is. And the pragmatic approach believes or states that what is the actual practical applicability or usefulness. Practical applicability or usefulness. So these are the three different theories. Now let's go look at few multi-choice questions. Which theory of truth is based on the alignment of statements with facts? Of course, we know that that is correspondence theory. What is the primary focus of the coherence theory of truth? So coherence theory believes in consistency within a system of beliefs. Practical outcome is pragmatic. Correspondence with reality is correspondence theory. Next is the pragmatic theory of truth defines truth as leading to successful practical outcomes. This is the pragmatic theory of truth. Which philosopher is most closely associated with the pragmatic theory of truth? So that is William James. Which theory of truth is most likely used in interpreting legal precedents? So that is, all of them are used in interpreting legal precedents. No, so legal precedents is the coherence theory. Let us look at the answer. I'm also not sure. Yes, coherence theory. Earlier we read that legal precedents where I had explained about deductive reasoning, that was coherence theory. Let's do the fill in the blanks. The dash theory of truth states that a proposition is true if it corresponds to facts or reality. So we already know that is correspondence theory of truth. In the dash theory of truth, consistency within us, that is coherence theory. Next, the dash theory of truth is closely linked to practical or pragmatic. This is the answer is pragmatic. The correspondence of theory of truth relies on dash evidence to verify statements. Now, correspondence theory relies on factual evidence to verify, or let's look at the answer, empirical evidence, that is the past evidence. The pragmatic theory is associated with philosophers such as William James and John Dewey. A statement that aligns logically with other statements in a belief system is true according to the coherence theory of truth. The answer was already shown. The focus of the pragmatic theory is on the dash consequences. What is the consequences? Practical consequences, I think. Let's see, practical consequences. So next is the coherence theory does not rely on dash reality, but does not rely on the factual reality or fact reality. Let's see, external reality, but rather on internal consistency. In courts, the dash theory is used to determine truth based on alignment of facts with evidence. So this is our coherence theory or correspondence theory. Sorry. In courts, the dash theory is used to determine truth based on the alignment. Okay, so coherence theory was related with the precedents. So that was more of When we use precedents, it is more of inductive reasoning, whereas this is more of a deductive reasoning, correspondence theory. Legal judgments that prioritize societal impact over theoretical consistency align with the pragmatic theory of truth. So this completes our topic on the theories, three theories of truth, which was correspondence, coherence, and pragmatic. Thank you very much for patiently listening. If you find this video useful, share it with your friends. Listen to it again. Best of luck for your exams. Thank you very much.